Let me share my screen. All righty. All right, welcome everybody. This is our Jumpstart Your Month call. We started doing this years ago as a way to kind of help us do some of the things that have taught us how to be successful. One, we have some great information to share tonight, but there's something powerful about coming together and seeing all the lives that we're changing, focusing on our health first, focusing on growing ourselves, being around people that are doing the do and want more in their life. And planning for success in a month, taking a chance, like what Dr. A encourages us to do all the time, which is start to focus on what we want to create and lay out a path. It's called structural tension, and that's basically why we do this. Plus, there's always cool things to celebrate. I don't know about you, but I think we changed a lot of lives. Like literally, Bev accidentally crashed a call that we had earlier today, and I was like, hey, Bev, meet Doug and Tara. Then we talked about our health journeys for a second. It's really cool that what we get to do. So we're going to start out a month and help us grow and focus on all of those things. Got some great things tonight, but mostly just some updates on things because we released a new line of products. We've got a new incentive, just basically everything that you need to be up to speed and some tips. And you always get something. It's like our health huddle. You always get something from being around people and sharing some of their tips. So Don will be helping us go over a few things tonight. We're going to hear from a few other people with some tips. And honestly, also too, from everyone else here. Like we just kind of dropped in the chat how many people are, where everyone's from. I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat what you're most excited about March, or maybe what's one thing that's been going really well for you this last little bit that you're really proud of. It can be anything, but there's something there. We always learn from each other. So if there's something, drop it in the chat. I'm personally, like I'll tell you, just to give you an example, I'm proud that I've just been staying focused on my health. And that I've been staying consistent. I'm in a whole new routine. We just moved, and it's really powerful to realize you've got a sequence and a routine. That's something that's not natural, and it's not easy, but that's my win. Let me see here. I'm gonna see what some other people here. Committing to staying focused, investing in others. Okay, those are some really good ones there. So it's awesome here. But we have some great things tonight that we had to share with you. And I'm excited to. And in case you're new, my name's Brad Miller. My wife and I, Ashley, we're presidential directors. And so we do this call every single month to kind of come together and start doing our planning. And what's cool is I'm going to be going over some of the boot camp information that we have here. So if you're at manager or been at manager before in the recent past, we have a boot camp starting. It's this time of the month it's March. It's literally, if you guys didn't know, it's the best month of the year because I'll explain it here in a little bit. But every single time this time of year, we do what's called a boot camp to move towards executive director. It teaches you everything you need to want to grow during a time where it's best to reach out to others and help them inspire their health and learn your craft. I mean, when I got started in this, Ashley and I don't know how we came across this, but we decided to treat this because we were young. College was, something we had just gotten done with, or for me, didn't complete. We decided to treat this like college and like this was something that we were going to invest on our learning. So it's paid off for us when we've spent time thinking like that. And this boot camp is a season for you to be able to invest in your knowledge of serving others and grow in your business as a person that's serving clients, as a coach, but also someone who's running a business and actually also being a CEO of your life. So I'm really excited for that. That starts this Saturday. And if you are on the cusp and you really want to get in, message your support team. It's still a possibility. We want you in with us. If you desire to grow and stay focused during the season, we want you here. And a lot of things we're going to be going over tonight are going to help you with that. But again, it's March. It's the best time of the year to be focusing on your business. You can trip over anyone that wants to get healthy. More than 50% of people that set out to start the new year, to set a goal for health in some way, shape, or form have already quit. That's what statistics show. The gym memberships, they're empty. Go ask Casey Mitchell. He knows the stats. He knows what's up. Ask anyone that's in the gym industry. They know what's going on. This is the time of year when people are realizing, dang it, that one thing that I thought was going to work is not going to work. And again, it's even sad. People start to think that there's not hope out there because there's so many gimmicks. We know what works. So this is the time to be out there being present. People that didn't join you at the beginning of the year, maybe are finally ready. Some people that have been watching you and your friends are ready to get started. Like they're there. Maybe some people are ready to pay it forward because they did take you up on this or wherever they're at. But also just like, we also have clients that maybe didn't start off the new year well. And they're like, wow, okay, I should have gotten my routine. And I didn't, but now I'm ready to come back strong. We all have people like that. It all kind of conjoins on the month of March. There's no bad month in Take Shape for Life, but this is a really good month if you're really going to be going all in on it. Plus, there's just the people that are also like, man, I got distracted by the election and what the heck, it's already March. Okay, whew, I meant to do something January 1st. Let's finally do something before I forget this whole year and it goes out the door. So anyways, that's why March is so fantastic. And these are some of the things that we have for you this month. But before we kick in, we got to celebrate. We got a lot to celebrate. So first, before I go over any rank advancements, I do have to say that you can't always advance in rank. And I know so many people here that I'm looking on the line. You guys upped your ante on your coaching, on your investment in yourself this last month. So you know who you are. You know if you hit a personal best, even if it doesn't mean a new rank. So congrats to you, or congrats to you who stay consistent, and you know you will see the seeds of that blooming this month because you were consistent and investing in yourself. But with that being said, we always like to congratulate big thinkers. So eventually, after you move to a strong executive director business, and anyone that wants to grow at a large capacity, we always encourage them to shoot for what's called the Big Thinkers Club. It's like 9 and 10,000 in frontline volume. You're doing more than just the minimum rank. So we had a lot of people reach that this month, and a lot of people close, like right below that cusp. But we want to congratulate Susan and Shane, Don and Brian, Kelly, Allison, April, Lee, Carlene and Mike, Nicole, Cindy, Bonnie, Lindsay, Lisa, Tim, and Kelly and Janet. You guys we call this going beyond the rank, because you're not focused on the rank, you're focused on people, and you're not putting a limit on how many people you should help. And really, honestly, when you're trying to desire to grow, cast a wider net. This whole thing is about sharing health with people and sharing a vision of creating life and balance in their life by paying it forward. So those are those people that are thinking big. And if someone asked me generically, what's the number one thing I got to do to have a large reach for people and grow my business, I would say up your frontline volume, because that means you're reaching more people, you're thinking with more abundance, and the people are out there. So turn that on. That was the number one advice we got. So that's my advice to you. So those are our big thinkers. But we also have new executive directors. So congratulations, Elizabeth. And then Lynette, new executive directors. Debbie, who just started out, like seeing she could help a few people, hit director. Congratulations. New associate directors, Danae, Sharon, Beth, and Tim. Congratulations. Then we had new managers. So Katie, Karen, Letty, and Rachel. And then a bunch of new senior coaches. And I apologize if I didn't get everyone. There were so many people hitting new ranks, and the ticker really couldn't keep up. So if I missed you, please apologize. But there was Tracy, Diana, Carrie, Kylie, Nick, Charity, and Scott, all brand new senior coaches helping their first 5 clients. And again, this is all stuff to help you learn to grow your business and grow people. And one thing I want to congratulate all the senior coaches on here, and all the people that advance past this, is never forget to celebrate senior coach. That means at least you got started and you helped your first 5 people. That is practice. That is 5 people's lives being changed. That's what we call a ripple effect. So that's why we make a big deal out of hitting senior coach. So if you're above senior coach on this call, or you're on your way to it, or well above it, and you've done that like 50 time overs, we just want to say congratulations, because it means that you're helping people change their life. So congratulations to all our new rank advancements. We also have a new big rank advancement in the midst that we want to congratulate. So I want to congratulate new global directors, Carlene and Michael Lannon. This is huge, guys. What's really cool about this is it's not at this level, it's not about the rank anymore. What happens at this rank and all leadership ranks is because you're helping other people get what they want. So I actually thought I'd invite Carlene and have a few people come off and share some tips on how they really took advantage of March, how they really take advantage of every month, and how you can take advantage of based on what they did. So Carlene, I wanted you to come off and congratulate you. And I also know you want to give some props to your team, because you just, every time I try to give you congrats, you just like, it's all my team. I got this amazing team behind me. But I do want to have you speak on that, but also have you give some tips to some people here. So what is one thing that you've consistently done in your business as you start this month? And then I'll ask you another question after that that'll kind of give some people some tips. But I remember you when you just got started, little itty bitty, person, you were itty bitty because you lost your weight, you had gotten healthy, you and Mike had changed your health. You can see it right there. You had dreams of being an executive director someday, and you just rolled that dream of helping people into where you are now. So what's the one tip you would give? Well, you can say anything you want here, just in general, but anything you would give to someone saying, all right, this is what I did over time that really made the difference.
Absolutely. I have a bunch, but I'll do one that I think is huge. Honestly, it's wanting to see not only clients, but your teams succeed in all areas, literally pouring into them. So I look at everyone, my heart's so big for these people, and investing. I love that you said a paycheck from the heart. That's what this is all about. Like, our coaches helped us on our journey and helping them succeed. You're building those relationships. I've really invested in building this community, and people feel this amazing love. They feel like, people want to see them succeed. So community's key. Team coaching is amazing. And raising your hand, being bold, and being coachable and teachable is a big, big one.
Dang, that's pretty good there. So focus on people, being on top of it all. I mean, I can even list all the ones that you did, but coachable and teachable, like those are all really big ones that you've done over time. So that's huge. And I just love you just made it focused on the people. And you've always done a really good job of inspecting that as you set up each month. You always basically approach what I noticed about you, Carlene. I know you've gleaned this so much off of Tim and Kelly, is you start every single month by just looking at like, what can I create? It's like a blank canvas. Like you've got all these people on your heart. It's like, what do I want to create? Anything's possible. And when you focus on it, you can create it. So that was one thing that, you gave to everyone. So I would also ask you another question, and we'll bring on someone else to share that also. And I could have brought a lot of people on tonight, but we have one other person to kind of kick off the call. But what are some of the top things you would say that are absolutely essential for you as you start off the month? I mean, we talked about some things that were huge for you over time, but what are some things that are absolutely essential for you as you start off a month that you always do?
Absolutely. So something that, you and Ashley, Tim and Kelly, Terry have taught me is start your month at the end of the month. So go into that next month ready, like go running. Don't just take that little breather like, oh my gosh, I hit, where I wanted to, or I achieved my goals. Keep on going. There are so many people that need this, so don't lose that momentum, because when we lose that momentum, that's how many people are out there just like raising their hand like, I need this. So I literally take a lot of time. I sit down at the end of the month, and I'm not just throwing this together. I'm like really like looking at all areas of my business, my team, how can I help them? Who is on my heart that I know is really ready to say yes to health. So I'm just like, almost like think of the matrix. I joke with Brad all the time. It's like the matrix. You're looking at every angle of your business. So how can you, and I start, doing my map. I take a lot of time with that. I really like take my time looking at that and filling it out and not rushing through it, because that it's so key to starting your month. I envision walking into that month at the end of the month, like, how is this going to look like? What am I going to do? So envision it, guys, like really like say this is what you're going to do. Envision what you're going to do and make it happen. Because once you get to that end of the month and you're like, gosh, because I set this up so good, I'm conquering this month. I'm doing this. I've envisioned it. I've planned for it. I'm making this happen. Another big thing that is huge is really, building relationships, with your team members and finding out their goals, so that way when you start the first of the month, if you do have team members at this point, just what are they looking for so you can help them as well. And a big thing is, I have a dry erase board and I'm writing all over that. So I have my map, I've got my dry erase board, I'm making notes. So just really take this time, guys, to look at what are your goals? Who are you going to help? How are you going to help your team? Because it's all about helping others. And if you really go into that month, it's a mindset. You can do this.
Yeah, that's so good, Carlene. I kind of don't want to stop you from talking. There's so many great things there, but I think one thing I grasped onto there is what do you envision for your month ahead? Like you literally kind of take the time at the end of the month. So it's something I encourage, we fill out our maps and our goals on the last day of the month so that we can come into a full month with what do we envision. It all lines up and it all keeps going, but a month to month helps you envision and break it down. And I think that was huge. And you said focused on relationships and all those things. And I'll ask you one last question here, because this was also good. I didn't even give you any heads up on this, so hopefully you got something good. Do you feel like there was something that was a game changer for you at one point that really like helped you be like, wow, I can do this? Because one thing Dr. A said to us at Go Global, and I thought it was huge, is the universe has no favorites. So we're all meant for greatness. We just got to go out and achieve it. And this might be one of your areas of your greatness, your life, but all of us have the potential for greatness in this business if we're just focusing on that. Was there a turning point for you that kind of helped you realize, like, I do have that greatness, and that helped you kind of see a bigger vision?
Absolutely. I first have to say, you guys believing in me, and showing me love, so that's why I really want to do that back to my team. because when you build someone up, that's where the magic happens. Like, it's here. All of us have this in us. I've struggled with weight my whole life, but it took someone seeing good in me. And I had these great, keys in my heart. I just needed to just break loose. The biggest also thing is be in this to help others. Don't lose focus on that. It's great for us and stuff, but it's really about investing in others, and you succeed by others succeeding. So if you care about others and you really want to put others first, it comes back tenfold. So that key is it's about others.
Got it. Focusing on what you're envisioning, focusing on people, very on top of everything that you're accomplishing in your business. I love it. When those can join, a lot of lives are helped. So congrats, Carlene, and thank you for the tips. Just from the chat I see here, I think that spoke to a lot of people, which actually made me want to bring on someone else here. So you actually chose one of your rock stars to speak tonight. So new executive director, Elizabeth, thought you could come on here. And guys, what's cool about this is I could call on so many of you guys that are doing the do, but it's so great to hear from different people, what are the voices, what different voices are here. And some of you guys are sitting here I'm really close to that executive director. I'm looking forward to building that next mark of my leadership. Maybe is it for me? I don't know if it's for me. I don't know if I can do it. First thing is, you can absolutely do it. I've met almost every single person that I'm looking at on this call, and if I haven't, I want to meet you. But you guys have that greatness in you, and you can. So Elizabeth, you chose Elizabeth to speak, and Elizabeth, you can go ahead and come off mute. New executive director, and I think this is your third month of coaching, and you shot right past 6,000. I think you finished up well over 7,000 in frontline volume. What were some of your tips that helped you reach that mark of executive director and beyond?
Yeah, so the first thing was really the boot camp. That changed everything for me, the boot camp. I just I loved the calls. There was so much energy, and I loved the action items, because if you just tell me what to do, I'll do it. So every week getting action items was awesome, and I would do them, and then they would produce results. And I would just take the time to learn the skill sets, work on the things that we did every week, and try and just get better and better at them. And then the second piece was I was just really consistent posting online. So that was one of the things I learned from bootcamp, was to make sure you posted online consistently. And then I would follow up with anybody who reached out to me within 12 hours, so that I could talk to them, be on the phone with them, and talk to them about the program. And then I would just really lean into my coaches and listen to them and reach out to them when I had questions, or if there was different health issues or whatever. I mean, they helped me so much. And so just whatever they told me to do, I did it. And so it worked out very well.
Perfect. Well, one, I didn't get to say as I brought you on, but congratulations. So excited for you. And I saw the post about your dress and how much you've accomplished in your health. So basically I heard there, so you prepared, you worked closely with your coach, you tuned in to learn your craft, and you made time to practice it, and you were present on social media, and you followed up diligently with people. So anything that helped you really get that done, or something that's key for you in your schedule, or anything that anything that was really key for you in that along the way?
I just kind of made, I like schedules. So I would make a schedule okay, you're going to post a transformation picture, you're going to post an inspirational quote, you're just going to post something fun. So I would kind of systematically lay it out so that I was doing it. But it was all stuff that I was picking. So it was me, but it was a system.
Got it. So you had a plan on how you were going to do things. You identified the action items and you put them into your schedule. I mean, there's so much easier to do when they're in a schedule and not just something to do.
Exactly. So when it was planned out, it was easy.
Perfect. So any other nuggets that have been really huge for you? I mean, you're brand new at this coaching thing. You've only been doing it a few months, and now you're, serving a lot of people, getting healthy yourself. Any other tips that was huge for you, as you're building this solid business and helping a lot of people?
I think, just scheduling everything, schedule everything, every celebration call, every month, anniversary, everything. Schedule it in your paper calendar, your online calendar. That's been a lifesaver. And then just listen to your coaches, because they know what they're talking about. They've done this before you. So whatever they suggest and say, listen to it, because it's gold. So those are my two.
Well, it's awesome. Okay, thank you for the tips. So cool. And I love what you said there because it actually pinged something that I heard early on from Dan Bell. It's like we all pay $199 for our health coach kit. It's how we treat it and how big we see it that makes the difference. You obviously see it big enough to schedule it, to learn, and now you're seeing fruits of that. So and it's pretty cool looking back on all the lives that like are just starting to change now, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I love it so much.
All right, we'll just keep going from here. So that's where we're going.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me get back to sharing my screen here. So we do have some update stuff for you tonight. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Like we want to hear you guys sharing on this too. And again, I can't say enough. We could have called on a bunch of people tonight, but you guys are all doing the do, but it's good to remember these basics. It's just like our health plan. The basics are what make the difference over time, which actually leads me to something I want to challenge all of you guys on here tonight. My good friend Doug Wood challenged us at the start of this year to do something about our health, take it to the next level. This is March. It's the best time of the year for our health. I'm going to challenge you right here, right now, as we start this month. What is your next level? What is your next stretch goal in your health? And I'm gonna challenge all of you guys to personally step it up starting this next Monday, or you can start before. Some of you guys are already at that level. 5 and 1 or something that takes your health to the best place it can be in this month. Like stretch yourself, push yourself. Like we can always go further than we want. I'm not saying that you have to go be perfect at something, but something that challenges you, because you guys know what it's like when you're at the best spot in your health. You want to share health. And this is a good time to be on your A game. Plus, the more of your meals that are already done for you, that's less time you have to worry about eating. So it adds more time to your day. But seriously, like this month right now, where some people that were already on their A game are needing a little bit of shore up, let's set that example and go strong right now in our health. Let's be that example and let's set that up. Like, I'm going to give props to Bobby Scott. Her and Mike ran with some of the highest frontline volume they ever ran this last month, and she just started a new position at a nonprofit organization. I asked her, what's her secret? She goes, I started playing this year. Me and Mike did. We were on point. This is the most we've been focused on our health since losing our weight initially. Magic thing right there is just being on charge of our health. So that's the challenge I have for you. Let me know in the chat if you guys are in. We start Monday, or you can start even sooner. So, and I'm in too, even when I'm in Hawaii, like right now, like, health doesn't stop because you're on vacation. Vacation is what we do every single day. So that's one challenge right there. I'm glad you guys are all in with me. The other one is just kind of an update on some. Oh, 1 second. Gotta mute somebody. There we go. Got it. All right. So some of you guys have seen this stuff, and I just want to give it some clarity so you guys know you guys are up to speed on everything that's up here. So one is the Ignite and the Blaze promotion that we have going on. So you guys have probably seen these. I want to give you the details because they're super simple and they're super easy, and you can use them to grow your business, or just maybe accomplish something in your business, or just keep doing what you're doing and maybe not utilize them that much. But one is the Ignite Optavia video contest. So starting today, any of your client or coach, can submit a video, and they can obviously wait a little bit longer if they want to transform a little bit more. And all you have to do is submit a video, 3 minutes and under, by June 15th, and they'll pick the top videos and then they'll vote on them. So this could be one of your clients. Like, you could picture some of your clients right now. I've been talking to my clients about this. Like, I've honestly been talking to clients that have been layering for coaching. Like, would you like to go to national convention with me in July? And I told them about winning. They're like, yeah, absolutely. Like, even one of my clients, they like wore their wedding dress for the first time for Halloween and and all this time because they got back in their wedding dress, and they were like, I'm going to go for the cool mom approach and maybe I can win that contest. It got them really excited about that. So this is something you can utilize to kind of help your clients like focus on something. You can also win this as a coach. All you do is submit a 3-minute video, and then they'll vote on the top 10, and you win a free registration and convention, all expenses paid trip to convention. They'll decide that before we go. So that is the Ignite promotion, a 3-minute video on the health journey that gets voted on. That's what happened. That's what it's all about when you see the Ignite. For the Optavia Blaze, you've seen that this is for coaches. So what I'll share with you real quick on this is a convention incentive. And this is a good heads up for convention right now. If you guys haven't marked it in your calendar, it's in July. It's the reason, honestly, Ashley and I are coaching today because we went to national convention. So if you look here at the screen, there is an incentive on some things that you can win by just doing normal action steps in your business. So they're going to reward us for doing the things that we should already be doing in our business. So basically, there's just some prizes you can win. So basically, if I had to just like break it down really quick. When you go to national convention, over what you do for in the next 4 months, starting today and before convention, at the end of June. Depending where you're at, you can win awards for convention, which is like some of the ones like early access to the new Optavia or to the Optavia store, early access into convention, fast pass, a reserve seating that's all the stuff in the bronze right here. The silver is stuff like you get like a jacket. I'm trying to read here. Let's see, your fast pass, you get that early access, on-stage recognition, special reserve seating, exclusive stellar. There's a party involved for it. There's all these bunch of things that you can earn for that. So that's silver. And then you have stellar gold, which is the same thing, but you get a little bit extra. I think you get a gift in your room. You get a memorable picture collage from convention. It's just some prizes that you can win for a benchmark of what you should already be doing in your business. So what's cool about this is how you earn points. You earn points for every 300 in frontline volume you have every month. So 1 point for doing that. So if you're running like 10,000 frontline volume right now, I can't really do the math on that well, but that's 1 point for every 300 of that. So forgive me, I'm not a mathematician. Sponsoring a health coach and has their first client in their first 30 days, that's 10 points right there. Assist a person to reach senior coach for the first time in the month, 30 points right there. And then help a new executive director qualify, that's 50 points. So many of you guys, this is already your plan. You can qualify for this. And this is how it breaks down. So just 150 points at any level, that's bronze. You get all those early access things. For silver, it's at a 200 level, and you have to be an integrated executive director. So basically, like, an integrated executive director is, you've built team and structure, 5 senior coach legs or higher, which is very doable by convention. All you have to do is by the time convention starts. That's 200 points. Again, very doable if you do the math on this stuff. And then the other one is stellar gold, which is you have to be an integrated national director or higher. And it's the same qualification, but it's 300 points. So those are the different things. That's how you can win all these additional things for convention. If you have questions, the thing that I would encourage you, and this is why I want to go over it tonight, is don't be overwhelmed. If you're going to convention, focus on the things that you're already doing in your business, and you'll get some fun perks and prizes, and now you know exactly where you're at to be able to do that. So if you're like a newer coach on the line or one of the new executive director, that's the details. But again, what I love about what they're doing is they're reinforcing the building blocks of our business of what we need to do. We can get distracted and go like 90 million different ways each day. What they're showing us here is if you do the things that actually change lives and grow our business, you'll be earning those points right there. So that's one of the things. And what the other cool thing is right there is they're also going to be doing a trip to Greece. So for you people that are taking advantage of just being on fire, reaching out there right now, bringing on people, layering coaching, helping them get a good start, they're going to take the top 10 point earners from the silver and gold category, because mind you, it's you can be in each category depending on if you're an integrated executive director or an integrated national and above. Doesn't matter, as long as you're at one of those levels, as long as you're an integrated executive director and higher, which is very doable, and many of you have already hit that. The top 10 points earners win a trip to Greece. So I fully expect a few people from our group to win this based on just the activity that I'm seeing. Some of you guys are coming on, and you guys will just use these focus points and things you can win for convention to just know where to be focusing on in your business. But the Greece trip is very doable for you guys. So if you have questions about these things, I just wanted you guys, if you take anything away tonight, Ignite is for our clients, and it's the video contest. We can use that as a conversation piece. Blaze is the convention incentive building blocks of things that help you build your business. You get perks at convention for those things. And for those that are already blown out of the water, you can focus more on where you want to be. And as long as you're an integrated executive director and above, you can win a trip to Greece. So again, like trying to figure out who's going to be going to Greece, because we had a bunch of people. It's not confirmed yet because they're still tallying up the points, but I know like at least 10 people in this group already won the trip that they just did for the incentive trip to go to Cancun. So if you have questions, reach out to your business coach support team. They'll help you with this. Okay, the other updates that we wanted to bring you on tonight, as a lot of people have had questions on this, is we have new fuel lanes. So that's one thing that we want to bring up here. I know you guys are all really excited about. I know personally, like Ashley and I have been begging for what we have now at our fingertips for the last 8 years. We've been begging for this. So I'm really excited to go over tonight. And I'm actually going to ask Dawn Chow to come on tonight and help me explain this, because I know Dawn's just as happy about these as I am. So Dawn, will you come on tonight?
Yeah, Brad, hi.
Hi. So one, they look amazing. So that's awesome. And Take Shape for Life, now Optavia, becoming Optavia, did a great job of the way they released it. So like they literally were so intuitive on how they took care of this. So I wanted to just update everyone on what's available, what the price point is, so we can get really comfortable with just speaking that to people when we're explaining it, and kind of the benefits of each and how we layer with people on that. Because that's all the questions I had to do. Like I was on a starting call, like the one that Bev popped into, and I was like, what was the exact numbers? It doesn't really matter, but I did want to practice that. It's really good to update this. So this is the new Optavia line. Dawn's going to tell us about it. It's pretty. It's amazing. The boxes look incredible. Anyways, Dawn, I'm going to turn it over to you to kind of tell us a little bit about what we have here.
I know. I love it, Brad. No, I mean, so this literally was released when we were in Atlanta at Global, and we were all so excited. What they did with the newly reformulated Essential Feelings is, they took 20 of, the top favorites, the bars and the shakes and things like that, and they've reformulated them, basically making them clean label. So I love that, because you're right, Brad. We've been begging for that for so long, which is just literally following the amazing trends that are out there in nutrition. And so people love this, love that they're clean. They have nothing artificial in them at all. They have extra probiotics, and they also contain an extra vitamin D. All the research is showing we need extra vitamin D. So guess what? Always on that cutting edge of things. The probiotics are an amazing addition. One of the things we were talking about when we were in Atlanta, Brad, that blew me away was just if you took the probiotics out of this line and you were going to buy them on your own, it would be somewhere around $50 a month to just purchase these probiotics and take them. And actually, I'm not even sure that you can get them. So Optavia has partnered and put them in all of these fuelings, which is so awesome. So we're giving people something that is really, going to fuel their bodies for the rest of their lives and give, really great nutrition and solid things that we need. So the probiotics also help to just break down the special proteins that are in the fuelings. And anything else about that? The other thing that we learned at Go Global is these probiotics are actually more easily absorbed than anything you can really get on the market right now. So more than 60% is actually absorbed, whereas a lot of other probiotics are kind of lost when they get into the stomach. So that's a little bit more detail than you need to know, but basically just know that they're awesome and they have a lot of extras.
Hey Dawn, if you could say something about this, because you actually, you have a background in medicine, and you have a friend that actually specializes. I want to tell you my interaction with this real quick. So I was talking with my doctor, and I'm on a bunch of supplements that she offers me, and one of them is probiotics, and they're freaking expensive, by the way. So like the fact that they're in my food now, but I was like, hey, wait, like, do I still need these probiotics because they're in my meals? And she knows about our program. She thinks it's awesome. She's referred some people to us. And she's like, well, if it's in your food, it's not going to be any good, because all probiotics that are in food, they're no good. Like, you're not going to get the nutrition. And then I was like, oh, that doesn't sound right, because they promised us it would be the best of the best. So I pulled up the information, showed it to her, and she was like, oh, no, this is good. This is really good. You're fine. You don't need to take a probiotic. This is what they put in their food. This is the best. So that was my experience with it, and it saved me a lot of money right off top. So I was really excited. You have someone that's a friend in that you know through nursing that gave you some insight on this. So I thought you could share that, kind of off the record.
Yes, off the record, although it's being recorded. So actually was on a phone call with a newer client, and it was when they released the Optavia in July. And she was concerned because, she's like, well, probiotics in the food, when you microwave it, what happens? And so anyways, we were talking, I was just meeting her. Lo and behold, she's actually a PhD researcher in guess what field? Probiotics. That's what she does. And she's got her PhD. So she went and did some research because I told her what they were. And I was real honest. I said, I don't know a lot about them, but I can pull up the research. I can ask our nutrition department. And she goes, so I actually got a great email back from our nutrition team, and we connected. She goes, actually, I did my own research. I am so impressed. Did you know that the probiotics in your fuelings are actually spores? So they actually release after they've already gone through the stomach, which means that they're more easily absorbed. They are more efficient and effective. And she said the same thing, Brad, best you can buy. And she was really shocked that there was a company out there actually using them. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool coming from a PhD researcher.
Yeah, it was very cool. So that's available in this line and the line there. But just to get everyone comfortable with it, so we have 3 offerings now. And I pulled up this slide so that people could see the difference. We have our classic MetaFast. And gosh, thank you. Take Shape for Life Optavia for being so on point. I have so many clients, or a fraction at least, they were like, they have their favorites. They were so upset because they were like, oh my gosh, like they're going away. It's like, no, they're keeping them. So they kept the price point the same. They kept everything the same. Those will be available for us as long as we know for the foreseeable future, because we have clients that love them. What they did, we all know that we have the Optavia Select, which is the ones that we knew before Go Global. So we've used that, we've seen that. These are some of the benefits. And then what they released is the reformulated meals right there. And this kind of shows some of the benefits. So Dawn, I thought maybe you could kind of explain the 3 different offerings that we have now and kind of how they work.
Yeah, Brad, I'd love to. So as I've been connecting with my clients since we got back from Go Global, have been talking to a lot of them about the fact that, right, Brad, like you said, some are like, don't take away whatever it is that they've fallen in love with in the MediFast Classic line. So for our existing clients, those are still going to be available. But I tell you what, a lot of them are switching over to this Essential line because 20 of them now have a direct replacement from the MediFast Classic line. So one thing I'm doing is, like Brad, I think you mentioned a couple days ago, but literally looking at the upcoming orders and going over it with them and letting them know, hey, there's a few things here that you could swap out and actually try our new Essential line and grab some extra probiotics and things. The neat thing there is it's just a $2 price difference per box, which is, I'm not so great at math, but that's like 30 cents per meal. It's like nothing essentially, considering that you get all of the extra added benefits of the extra nutrition there. So lots of people are switching out and trying that because that price differential is just so minimal. And then of course you've got the Select, and some people are absolutely in love with that. Again, just a $2 difference. So it's very simple and easy for people to kind of grasp and wrap their heads around. So I have so many people that are loving the Optavia Select that now with the new Essential line, they're so excited because guess what? Their favorite thing, their favorite line, just they have a savings now. Like it's $2 less a box. So I have so many people that are so stoked that it's just been really a blast to talk to people and to kind of just let them know that they can try the new lines, but they don't have to worry. The other one's not going away anytime really soon. But the new clients that I'm talking to, I'm really only talking about Optavia, Brad. I don't know how it is with you, but really, because we don't know exactly how long that classic line is going to be around, it's amazing. It's what I lost my 45 pounds on, but I have to say, I am just so excited about the clean nutrition of the new ones that all the new people are starting on the Essential or Select.
Perfect. That's actually what I'm seeing too. I kind of gauge it a little bit more when I'm talking with them on how things are going, because again, our first goal is to talk with them about what their goals are. We can help make a match because we have, different plans. We have 5 and 1, 4 and 2, 3 and 3. And I would have to say, I think that's what, when this all came out, I was like, okay, what is now my main offering? How do I want to share this with people? So I thought that's what we could take some time tonight to explain to people is, you still have the original option. So you can still start someone with the original line. We call it the classic line. You can just pick your own 17 items, still get 5 free boxes. So it's all the same. You can add the Habits of Health. It's still there. All your current clients can still order it. And it's about $11 a day to be on that plan. I don't really lead with that one though, unless we need to work backwards on that. But it's basically if I had to share anything with you guys tonight, the classic line is still available for all of your clients, still available for you. And if need be, you can still offer it to someone. Dawn, you were talking about how your main offering is you're basically leading with the Optavia Essentials kit. Like that's your main one that you're sharing. Will you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure, of course. Well, and just like you said, talking to them and really gauging what a typical day looks like for them. Where do they shop? Do they shop at the more all-natural grocery stores, or do they pick up what they need at the Walmart near them? It doesn't matter, but we have something that fits their needs. So as I'm talking to people, I'm really kind of gauging, they're looking for something long-term. A lot of people are looking for health long-term. They're looking for things that are going to really fuel their body. And so that Optavia Essential Optimal Kit has everything that they need. I mean, it's amazing. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous the first couple of times I ordered it for someone. I'm like, oh, but they're not going to get their honey mustard pretzel sticks, and they, their bars might melt in the car or something like that. But I had to realize, we still get the 5 free that we get to choose for them. So if it's someone that needs those on the go, things like that, I go ahead and grab that for them, and I can just add it in their free 5. And I've had a lot of couples starting, Brad, so that's been great. I've been doing kind of a mix of that essentials kit and then the select kit with some, mixing it up with a 5 free. So they're getting like really awesome variety of things. So, but I have been talking to people as they've been receiving their essentials kits, and people are loving it, like seriously loving it. One gal on day 2 texted me yesterday, and she said, I just got the best compliment ever. Everyone came into the break room where she was making her oatmeal and was like, that smells so amazing. What are you eating? Because I mean, it just does. It's an awesome line. And I like the fact that the starting price is $392.15. So you break down that at $13 a day. Totally reasonable. That's what most people spend on one lunch out, or a trip through Starbucks for coffee and a scone. So the fact that they're getting that for $13 a day is amazing. If they have even more select palette and they really like a lot of bold flavors, then the select kit's great, because that's only $14 a day. It's $1 difference, so they can choose either they want either. And then if they're really like, my friend swears by the classic line, I've got to go with what she loves, which I had a client do that a couple of days ago. She said, I just want to get everything my sister got. And of course, the Optavia hadn't, the select or the essentials one wasn't out yet. And so I said, well, okay, that's great. We'll talk about it. Well, then she saw the email that I sent that had kind of the update of the new things. And she said, well, I actually would like to try some of those if that'd be okay. So we swapped it out for her and we got her kind of a mix. But I'm really loving doing the kits. And it's nice that the books come with it. So it makes the ordering process, Brad, super simple. You just click in there. It takes 3 minutes to place someone's order. But either way, we can help someone get a really nice variety for between $11 to $14 a day. Yeah. Which is amazing.
That's so perfect. And what I'm glad that what I'm glad you went over there, and what I wanted to just basically, if I had to boil it down for everyone here, because we've been through some different product changes. We've been through some like different kit adjustments. This is the thing that I would take away. And Dawn, maybe you could even give some insight on this, is that we still have all these different kit options. We have the classics. Those are great. We have the Optavia Essentials. We have the Optavia Select. So when you're sharing with the client, this is really what it boils down to for when you're doing your shares or you're doing your three-way phone calls for your new coaches, is when we're listening to them, I like to let them know, like, you know what, let's take a look at some of your goals and what you're looking to accomplish, because we have a few different plans that we like to, that we can help you with. And it all revolves around eating 6 times a day. Again, that kind of takes them out of the diet mentality right up front, because we're just focusing on eating well 6 times a day. That's the basis. Then we got to figure out what's right for them. When we do get there and they know there's options so that they can figure it out, I like to say, I like to get out ahead and be like, when I'm explaining the plan, I explain the 501 plan. I'm like, this is the kit that most people go with. It's our Optavia Essentials. And I explain the benefit of it, the probiotics, the nutrition, the protein, how the fat burning stage will work, all of those things. And I just say up front, you get all that, it's about $13 a day. Like, I don't need to adjust price. Everyone knows that they're probably spending more than $13 a day. I hate when I was working in construction, every lunch was more than $13 a day. Sometimes it was more on the way to work. So like, they can resonate with that. The rest is in the details, and you can help them get that figured out. The cool thing is they know there's different plan options if they need to explore more, and they know that there's different meal options. But when you say $13 a day, that's the main one there. And that's the one you can get most people started with. resonates with them. If they need to know more details about price, you can just let them know, like that's the price right there for the Essentials Optavia kit is $392.15. And then what we have right here is what it costs generally after your first month with savings, because a full month after that is 22 boxes. And that's something that's also really helpful for new client or for new coaches here, is I always let my clients know on their next order that they'll need about 22 boxes to continue. I usually tell them between 21 and 23. They're all grown-ups. They know how to shop. Sometimes I stock up on more food when I go to the grocery store. Sometimes I stock up less. I'm a grown-up. I know how to shop. But I want to let them know what's needed for the bare basics of a full month. And so to put this all together, and Dawn, maybe you can help me kind of wrap a pretty bow around it, is I love to layer that there's multiple options to plan and there's multiple options that they can use. I like to layer that the most, and most people like to do what most people do, is the Essential Optimal Kit, and for which reasons. And I like to let them know that it's about $13 a day. It lets them know the value of what they're getting and how it's going to work, and it gives them all the needed information to make a decision. And if we need to work backwards, if price is an issue, we can work backwards. If they're also coming to be like, is it 100%? I mean, is it all natural? Like, is it all this stuff? Well, I can be like, well, I'm so glad you asked me. Hello, Portland Crunchy Granola Mom. I do actually have an even higher level line of things. You can go ever which way, but just focusing on that middle line is the really good way to start. That way, on their second order, as they're figuring out what they like and what their favorite is, you can let them know about the core line. You can let them know about the select line. Those are the things that I have found as just in my quick little bit of sharing here has been my go-to. So, Dawn, is there anything you want to add to that? Because I think that gave me a lot of clarity when I decided how I was going to share that.
Yeah, Brad, and as you were talking, I was just thinking, because I've done a lot of share calls over the last couple of days. And, we don't even actually end up talking about the different lines, because if they're a brand new person and we're sharing with them, they don't know that anything has changed unless they're a referral. And so if they're brand new and we're talking and we're sharing, I'm talking at the end, if we talk about food much, we're talking about just the variety kit. Hey, I'm going to take care of everything for you. We'll grab you a variety kit so you get the best, you're going to get the favorites. You're going to get to taste everything. And we have a great exchange program if you need to do that. I always like, for the ladies on the call, I like to reference Nordstrom, kind of like Nordstrom. You get to try it and take it back if you're not, and exchange it for something you like. But by the time we're done awakening what they want, talking about where they're going, they're so excited and they're so ready to commit to that process. But I'm just saying, we'll grab your variety kit. I just have a couple questions, to kind of decide which one, but I'm 99.9% of the time they're doing the essentials kit. Unless, Brad, they say, oh, and I say, it's $13 a day. Great. And then we get them started. If they say, oh gosh, okay, well, I'm not sure if I can do that. Okay, great. Well, we do have another one that is $11 a day. Maybe we can explore that. Would that be better? And then we kind of just let them know we're going to meet them where they're at. So, Brad, does that kind of help? Like, I've just noticed I'm not really talking about the different kits and that stuff much on these calls.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about there, is like really kind of leading with this one and with what you're talking about, the essential kit, because it just makes it clear. Your verbiage opens it up that you're there to ask questions and you can dialogue with them. So hopefully, like, if anyone has questions, you can feel free to come off mute or even type them in the chat. We'll address them. But I think you laid it out really beautifully there. And again, the most important thing is connecting with the person you're talking to, your friend, your family, your referral, your person that asked you on social media, whoever the case may be. Is if you find out what they're looking for, the answer is health, and we've got the answer for them. We can just figure out the details exactly later. And there's different options that we can do there. So if you have questions on this, feel free to again ask us. We can do it. We can talk about it right now, or ask your support team. But just kind of getting regular. We just wanted to go over that, because that's the biggest thing, is just when you're sharing with someone, knowing what you're sharing and how to share. So hopefully those things will really help for you, especially as we head into an executive director boot camp. Like, you're gonna be sharing like crazy. You want to know these things and how the best of the best do it and get really comfortable with it. And I do have to give a disclaimer if you're a newer coach on the line. I just want to let you know that what I said to my first few people that I told about program didn't even make sense. So you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Literally, like, you can ask Ashley about it. The first thing I shared to someone, it was a friend of ours. It didn't even make sense. She's busted my chops about it after we left their house. So anyways, so hopefully this is helpful for you. But when you share, you can't share the wrong thing with the right person, and vice versa. So anyways, Dawn, thank you for that. I think that's fantastic. Again, a heads up on the boot camp. If you really want to be a part of this, this is how you do it. Let your support team know that you want to be in. It's a call every Saturday morning to invest in learning your craft. Every time you come out of it, you learn so much more on how to better serve people, but we're going to show you how to grow to executive director and beyond. And I'll tell you the other bonus piece of it. Well, two bonus pieces. If you tune in, whether you're on your pace to executive director or you're already an executive director, you will grow, because when you focus on the basics and you focus on investing in yourself, you grow your business. And that's just what happens to us every single time. I'm doing this 8 years with presidential director business. I still tune into this as a student every single week because I learn how to better serve people. It reminds me of the basics. But honestly, the other benefit of it is we grow each time. There are such great people that are hungry to grow, and we are such a learning organization that it's honestly the best way I start my Saturdays every single morning. So message your support team that you want to be in on this. It's 5, possibly a bonus 6 week. And by the end of it, you will be able to either grow to or on your way or way past or double your current business right now towards executive director. So if that's something you want to be a part of, we want you in with us. We want to continue to grow. It's a great time to help a lot of people. And that's part of the thing that we wanted to get set up with you guys all tonight as we finish up here is your map. And actually, Dawn, you said that you wanted me to do it tonight because, Ashley and I helped create the map, but I wanted to bring you on to just kind of help me give some insight on this, because a lot of people are using this for the first time, but this is also your entry piece into the boot camp, because this is how we actually reach out and help people and organize this and how we help grow. So if you remember anything from this call real quick, is that your goal as a coach, if you're on the newer side, is to grow 1 or 2 to 3 points a month. And that is in clients and in people that you help as a coach. Your map helps you organize all of your focus to keep it really simple. All of your top pre-clients go right here on the bottom left-hand side. Those are the people that are getting on program. They've either messaged back and forth, whatever the case may be. You mark them down in here so you can stay dripping on them. You'll have the rest of your people here in a contact list. Hopefully you have a hundreds list of people that you're adding to. Don't try to remember everything. You will forget. So the masters of this business have a map, have a contact list, and they have this binder right here that says, if all your clients working with your wellness trackers on them that you're supporting. So that's all you need to be extremely successful. But back to the map. You put all your full clients right here. And another reason why Carlene was talking about having intention on a month, she writes down her map every single month. It allows her to revisit all of her clients, who's doing well, who's on track, where are they lying, do they need help, are they rocking it, do they need to become a coach? And also gets to track, are they set up on their order? Because you will run a slim report. It'll help you know where you're going to be at by the end of the month. And you'll also know where people are at and also how their order's set up. So, Dawn, do you want to explain anything about that that's been really helpful for you or for other people as they're utilizing their map? Because we're kind of speaking to the people utilizing this for the first time and taking advantage of this boot camp, because that's where we're going to jump in first thing. This is your ticket into the boot camp. And honestly, you want to know a cool little stat? No one moves to executive director without using a map. So that's literally, I don't know one person that's done it yet in the last few years. So it helps you focus on those things. So anything that I added there that was really helpful or would be helpful for the new coaches there?
Well, yes, because you know the way my brain works. And so when I saw this, I saw a whole lot of lines on paper and I about fell over. I was like, oh my gosh. But I love when you put the heart behind it and you literally look at this and you look at the bottom, that bottom area where some people are like, I'm not really sure what to put there. You know what? That is what last month looks like. That's what you're celebrating. That's what you're learning from. And then at the top, you literally get to vision. Carlene talked about envisioning what you're creating. That's where you get to get creative. You get to literally walk into March with a blank slate. Whatever happened in your past doesn't define where you can go, because this month is incredible. And it is exactly what you're going to create it to be. So the map simply gives structure to what you want. And for me, it was really helpful because I'm a dreamer. I like to dream, but it's just a dream until you put it down on paper. It's not a goal yet. So when you take what's in your head and in your heart and the people that you want to touch and where you want to go with your business and you put it down on paper. And, I know that up there at the top, Brad, right underneath where it says monthly action plan, it says rank. I know that that's part of that envisioning and dream. What do you want to create? But I would really encourage you to take that and say, but what does that mean to me? what does that mean to my life, to my family? What will that give us? And so you may have executive director up there. I know I've looked at a lot of maps today because a lot of them came in yesterday, and there's a rank there. But what I love is that when we work together and we're really going over those maps, that goals and visions, that blank space, that's where you get to write down what that means to you. So that might mean that your husband doesn't have to work overtime. That might mean that your kids get to go to the school you want them to go to. It might mean that you get to cut back from your job. I mean, executive director, when I started hitting that consistently, Brad, that's when I literally, and I was a full-time registered nurse, making what registered nurses make, right? So it was great, but I was stressed out and I really wanted to have some freedom. And so what it meant to me was having more time freedom, not having to work extra shifts, being able to spend more time with my family and the people that I love the most. So when you start writing down what it means to you, then you start really working for it because it's tangible and you can see it, you can envision it. So that, for me, Brad, is the most powerful part of the map, is really getting clear on envisioning what it is I'm creating, because the rest of the map is my step-by-step, what I'm going to do every day, whose lives I'm going to show up in. That's what I do every day to get there.
Yeah, I love that. I'm glad. And that's why I wanted you to come on tonight, to give a little bit of that light to that. Make this your artwork and make it more than just lines on a paper or something you have to do. This is where you get to dream. And I remember, Don, one of the first things, even before you had dreamt of coming home, this was your business. This was the thing that you owned, the place you didn't have to go and be told what to do. This was your pretty business with your polka dot binder. I remember meeting you at OHSU. That's the same thing you get to take to your map. These are lives you're touching. So please, have some fun with it. And then going back over here to kind of help you with that, to kind of braid that whole point, and the reason why we do this, it'll help you know where you're at. So if you have 14 clients right now, you're at an associate director just by your volume. You're just 6 people away on your list, the white space on your map. You know who's there. And the reason why you like doing this, and I just spilled water on it, this is my map right here. I track my clients. I make sure that they're doing good. I understand their orders. I make sure that they're ordering on time, because a client that orders well just means that they're doing great. I mean, ideally, and that's something that you can do because it just helps you service them and focus them even more. And it helps you also be a CEO of your business. So you're taking the time to help these people. You want to make sure they're doing well, and you want to make sure you're serving them well. It'll also tell you when things are out of swing. You ever think about, some of you, people have been around for a little bit, you ever think you're supporting someone, but then they don't have a Be Slim club scheduled? There's obviously something missing. It's giving you clues of how you can better help people. So then jumping over here real quick to the right side of the map, these are your coaches. And for those that are starting boot camp, you're going to have people that are just like you that want to pay it forward. When they come on, just like a client, we want to help them get a good start. That's why we mark them down there, because we take them getting into what we call health coach fat burning just as seriously as we take someone getting into fat burning when they're on plan. So envision that, fill that in. Again, the goal is to help a lot of clients and to help a lot of people pay this forward to people and move forward in helping people. So the other thing is going over here to the health coach candidate list, and my arrows aren't going to line up, but it's over here, right here on the side, is visioning who's going to be your partners. You might have already been layering on them. You might have already spec them out. They might already have their first few people, or you may just be thinking that they might be a good partner. But just like Carlene talked about in Vision, she saw a lot of her partners and their potential before they ever saw the potential themselves. And so just marking that down and what you envision your business, that's how you use your map. That's how you use it in context with your contact worksheet. And that's how you have a client binder so you can stay organized. So just real quick, just in case you don't know how to run that report, if you're doing it for the first time, you go into your Office in Motion, you go under reports and scheduled Be Slims. You set it up so it's the date from the very first day of the month to the end of the month in there. It should be automatically done for you if you did it today. And it's going to spit out your clients' orders in order. And you can mark them down in there so you know when they're going to process, how they're doing, and make sure that everything's just on track. You can see right here, available rewards. If this was my client right here, I'd be all right, Wayne Anderson, he's doing good. He orders every 5th of the month, so that's good. He's doing good, on track. He's dialed in. This person down here, it's oh, wait, Brian Drollinger, he only has half rewards. That means he only ordered half last month. He's supposed to he wants to lose 60 pounds for his wedding. That doesn't line up. It's giving you clues on where you can be helping your people at and what's currently going to happen. You might get through here and realize that one of your clients don't even have a Be Slim. That's an you ever run out of food while you're on plan? It sucks. Don't be that coach that lets your clients run out of food on plan. Like, give them that heads up. So anyways, that's where I'm at on that. That's how you fill it out, and that's how you utilize your map going into the month. Don, anything you want to add in there? 'Cause this is basically where we're wrapping up. We're getting people prepared for the boot camp. Anything else you'd add to that?
Other than just lean in and do it, and it's not a to-do list, it's literally your living, breathing footprint on the world, like as far as your business goes, which is really cool when you think about it like that, because there's so many people's names on here, and those are lives that you're literally touching every day, which is incredible. So if you haven't done your map yet, hey, it's the first of the month. Take 20 minutes and do it right now, and take a screenshot and send it over to your mentor, because it's not something that we want you to do for us. We want you to do it for you. And here's the other thing. I love to not ask. I love it when they just flood in and I'm not asking for them, because it's not for me to ask. It's for you to want to do. And so, I don't know, just take the time and do it, and then spend a month literally walking through and working with it. And by the end, have it all messy and crumpled up and lots more names added, and just look back and see what happens when you do that. Because I want to say it's kind of the magic map. Like, if you lean in, you learn to love it, and then it's amazing what it unlocks in your business and in your life and in the lives of others.
Yeah. So that's how to do it. Go ahead and print out. Recommend printing out tons of them, so you don't have to reprint them out every single month, because you'll do them every single month. Send them to your support team so they can know what your goals, and they can lock in and know exactly what you're working on and how to help you with that. That's how to do it. That's the benefit, and that's the magic maker. And that's what we're going to be working on with boot camp. So we have that prepared, because that's the first step in boot camp and what you'll need to get started this weekend. I put this in here real quick, and as we wrap up here, I want to congratulate everyone for tuning in and learning their craft. This call went a little bit longer than what we normally do. We don't always have a new line that we're all really excited about, and to learn how to share that with people. So as we head into this month, I want to remind you guys all, take good care of your tax information. But a lot of people being surprised how much money they made last year by all the people they helped. In case you haven't heard, and connect with your coach if you have questions, just basically, you're going to make an income. You're 1099. You have a lot of write-offs. Save your receipts for business. Realize all the different things that you have there, and set aside a little bit for taxes at the end of the year. Anyways, not going to go into my full spiel. I did a video in the Facebook page, our Facebook page, if you have more questions. But just know that as self-employed, gets a lot of great tax benefits. And if you take advantage of those, and you save your receipts, and you save the different things, all those things, you almost, in your first year of coaching, you shouldn't have to pay much taxes. Disclaimer, I'm not an accountant. I'm just saying there's a lot of tax write-offs out there, and we want you guys taking care of your healthy finances the same way you're taking care of your healthy body. So Don, you just met with your CPA. Anything you would add to that real quick? People make more money than they expect to with this, and it's March. Like, we're getting back to this. You're going to make some good income this year when you invest in yourself. One thing I learned on this is how to take care of my income, and how to be a business owner. Anything you would give to them on this call right now?
Just exactly what you said, Brad, but keep all your receipts, and please, if you don't have a separate Take Shape for Life Optavia account, please make one. Please go to the bank and start one. It doesn't have to be a business account, but have a separate checking account that your deposit goes into, and have a separate business credit card. Those are the two things. I mean, and we waited a few years, Brad, before we did that. And it is a lot easier to keep it separated. And also there are some great apps out there that you can use to kind of like Expensify and things like that. So just talk to your whoever it is in your life that helps you with this kind of thing. Because just like we need people in our world to help us with our health, oftentimes we need people to help us with this kind of thing. So just don't take it lightly, because you will make more than you can dream of.
Yep, exactly. And don't worry if you didn't take advantage of it. We always help people at the end of the year, like with their tax write-offs, they find a way to take care of it. And usually the first year get a lot of write-off benefits. So anyways, as we wrap up tonight, I just want to write that in there, because it's actually a cool thing. It's March. You're going to be moving forward. We're going to have people move into executive director. It's awesome. This is the last thing I want to leave you guys with tonight, is most people think success is like this straight line that looks perfect. It really looks like that middle line more often than not. So we all are doing incredible things here. We all have our own geniuses. We all are just working one step at a time. Like, no, there's going to be twists and turns in this. Just invest in yourself over time. Because I just think about myself, like if I didn't spend so much time overthinking things, I would have had it be more like that line over there at the top, or the far right-hand corner. So just know that You're learning, you're getting messy, you're learning your craft, you're helping people. Just remember, you don't have to be perfect. Everyone here is doing great stuff. And I just want to congratulate you all for investing in yourself. So last thing as I leave you here tonight, a great action thing as you're getting ready for boot camp and making some of your connections. We have a health huddle this Monday. We do it every Monday at 5:30. This one's going to be real stories and explaining our program and also getting ready for kind of a focus group series that we're going to do with our health huddle. I would highly encourage, it's a great invitation tool. How many people want to be invited to a focus group? Because we're going to be doing that with our health huddles over the next few weeks. People that want to hear about stories, people that want to be inspired, people that want to be remotivated. It's March. This is a great tool. We'll get the flyer out there for people so you can invite to it, but this is a great thing for your clients and potential clients. So let's start off the month with the last bit of advice that I got that was really great from Terry and David Miller, my parents, is work the first 15 days of the month like the same way you work the last 15 days of the month, and you will change a lot of lives. So with that being said, guys, appreciate you all. Congratulations on investing in yourself. Thank you for everyone that shared tonight and everyone that shared in the chat. It's March, you guys. Create that vision like Carlene talked about. Invest in yourself this season and go all out after this. It's going to be an incredible month. Can't wait to celebrate everyone at the start of next month. So with that being said, have a great evening, everybody.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, guys. Good night, guys.
Hey, great job last month, Norma. You too. Thanks. So many of you guys.
Good night, night.
Night,
Thank
night.
you.
Go kiss. Mwah.
Who's blowing kisses? Oh,
I know, but I caught it. You
One day. One day, right?
one day.
Bye. Night, night.
Hey, Dawn, thanks for all that information tonight. That was a really good layout. Oh, she's already gone.
I-
Yeah.
You put Avery on.
Oh,
Say hi.
you say hi.
That was amazing, everyone.
Hey.
Yay. Look.
I think I heard Lori's voice. Hey, Lori.
Say hi.
Say bye.
You
Bye,
say
guys.
night, night.